today. From Seattle, Washington, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
For Seattle.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Offensively for Carolina, Teddy Bridgewater will be at the controls, the talented quarterback out of Louisville.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
For Carolina.
Sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what, he understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Intended for Christian McCaffrey.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing culminated it.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Brings up 2nd.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the move to his left. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Kickoff for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of of football left to be played.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Reed, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They're on 20-yard line.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Panther first down.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
After one, 17-7 is our score.
Seahawks 17, Panthers 7.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score them, garbage time. But these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays. And I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. The tight end, Amaro. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Carolina.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's second down. Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He lets it fly, and this is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
At the 35-yard line.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And again, it's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass intended for Robbie Anderson.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, his big defensive lineman, can he get the ball over? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jaron Reed able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get things started in the NFC West with L.A. making the trip to the desert to take on Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Cardinals locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. The Raiders trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His 5 touchdown passes have him on a record pace. As for the call of the second half, we'll turn it back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Metcalf once again the target, and now it's second down. Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move?
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Out to the left here to Reed. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Dancing to his left. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
At the 1-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 3-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson, and that'll bring up second down. Rolling to his left. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Throwing again here, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be
Jordan Reed. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the... Got his man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Give him 30 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Panthers.
Again, it's Homer. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Greg Olsen.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just... And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson.
Bridgewater.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And he's got it complete to Anderson. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Steps away to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers now. Down by 10. 70 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.